I told her my best friend
who I liked.
on Monday. By Friday, they were dating. And the worst part, she looked me dead in the eyes that whole week and acted like nothing was happening. Let me tell you the full story, because I still can't believe this actually happened to me. So, her name was Mia. We had been best friends since 6th grade. I'm talking sleepovers every weekend, matching profile pictures, finishing each other's sentences type of best friends. She knew everything about me. My passwords, my fears, my family drama, everything. I trusted her more than I trusted anyone in my entire life. And for 3 years, that trust never broke, not once. We were the kind of friends that everyone else was jealous of. Teachers would call us the dynamic duo. People in our grade always said they wished they had a friendship like ours. And honestly, I thought we'd be best friends forever. I really did. But then, sophomore year started, and everything changed because of one person. His name was Ethan. He transferred to our school in September, and from the second I saw him walk into homeroom, I felt something I had never felt before. Like actual butterflies. My hands got sweaty. I forgot how to breathe for a second. He had these dark brown eyes and this messy hair that somehow looked perfect. He was quiet, but not awkward, confident, but not cocky. He smiled at me once during attendance.
I replayed that moment in my head for
2 weeks straight. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm being so serious right now. For the first month, I kept it to myself. I didn't tell anyone, not even Mia. I just watched him from across the room and hoped that one day he'd notice me. But then, one night, Mia came over to my house and we were laying on my bed talking about random stuff, and she asked me if I liked anyone. I hesitated. She noticed, and she started begging me to tell her. She kept saying things like, "We're best friends, you can tell me anything, and I would never judge you, and come on, I tell you everything." So finally, I gave in. I told her. I said his name out loud for the first time, Ethan.
and I told her everything.
How I felt when I saw him, how nervous I got when he walked by, how I had been writing his name in my journal like some kind of middle schooler. I told her that I genuinely thought he might be the one. I told her I had never felt this way about anyone before. And the whole time I was talking, she just listened. She nodded, she smiled, she said all the right things, like, "That's so cute, and you two would be perfect together, and you should totally talk to him." I felt so relieved after telling her. I thought I could finally share this with someone. I thought she had my back. That was Monday. On Tuesday, something weird happened. I noticed that Mia wasn't waiting for me at my locker like she usually did. I texted her, and she said she had to go to class early for a project. I didn't think much of it, but then on Wednesday, I saw her talking to
Ethan in the hallway.
just the two of them. She was laughing at something he said, like really laughing. The kind of laugh she only did when she was trying to impress someone. My stomach dropped, but I told myself I was overreacting. They probably just bumped into each other. It didn't mean anything. That night, I texted her and asked what she was up to. She said she was doing homework, but when I checked her location,
She was at
the park near our school. Weird. On Thursday, she started acting different around me. She was on her phone more than usual, she kept smiling at random texts, and whenever I asked who she was talking to, she just said, "No one." But I knew her. I knew when she was hiding something. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the way she laughed with him, the way she avoided my questions, the way something just felt off. I tried to convince myself I was being paranoid. I told myself that Mia would never do that to me, not after everything we'd been through, not after I trusted her with the one thing I had been keeping secret. But then Friday came, and I found out the truth. I was walking to lunch, and I decided to take the long way because I wanted to stop by my locker first. And as I turned the corner near the gym, I saw them, Mia and Ethan.
holding hands.
He had his arm around her shoulder, and she was leaning into him like they had been together for months. She looked so happy, so comfortable, like she didn't have a single care in the world. I froze. I literally could not move. My brain couldn't process what I was seeing. The girl who knew exactly how I felt about him was now dating him. The girl who told me I should go for it was the one who went for it instead. The girl I called my best friend stabbed me in the back without even blinking. She looked up and saw me standing there. And you know what she did?
She waved.
She actually waved at me with this little smile on her face like nothing was wrong, like she didn't just destroy me. I turned around and walked straight to the bathroom. I locked myself in a stall, and I just sat there. I didn't even cry at first. I was just numb, like my whole body shut down. But then the tears came, and they wouldn't stop. I skipped the rest of my classes that day. I told the nurse I felt sick, and she let me go home early. My mom asked me what was wrong, but I couldn't even explain it. I just went to my room and stared at the ceiling for hours. That weekend, Mia texted me like everything was normal. She asked if I wanted to hang out, she sent me memes, she even asked for my opinion on a picture of her and Ethan. I didn't respond. On Monday, she came up to me at school and asked why I was being weird, and I finally snapped. I asked her how she could do this to me, how she could sit there and listen to me talk about him for an hour, knowing the whole time she was going to go after him herself, how she could look me in the eyes and pretend to be my friend while she was planning this behind my back. And you know what she said? She said, "I didn't think it was that
Serious.
You barely even talked to him. Like that made it okay. Like my feelings didn't matter because I was too shy to make a move." She actually tried to turn it around on me. She said I was being dramatic, that I should be happy for her, that a real friend would support her relationship. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. This girl knew me better than anyone. She knew how hard it was for me to open up about my feelings. She knew how much courage it took for me to tell her about Ethan. And instead of respecting that, she used it as her advantage. She wasn't my best friend. She was just someone waiting for the right moment to take what I wanted. I walked away that day and I never looked back. I stopped sitting with her at lunch. I stopped responding to her texts. I unfollowed her on everything. I deleted every picture we ever took together. It hurt more than I thought it would. Losing a best friend sometimes hurts worse than losing a relationship because you trusted them in a different way. You let them see the real you, and when they betray that trust, it breaks something inside you that's hard to fix. A few weeks later, I found out that Ethan and Mia
Broke up.
Apparently, he found out what she did to me. One of our classmates told him the whole story, and he ended things with her because he said he couldn't be with someone who would do that to their own best friend. Part of me felt relieved, but honestly, it didn't change anything. The damage was already done. I learned a really hard lesson that year. Not everyone who calls you your best friend actually wants the best for you. Some people are only around for what they can get, and the moment something better comes along, they'll drop you without a second thought. It took me a long time to trust anyone again, but eventually, I did. I found real friends, people who actually cared about me, people who would never do what Mia did. And as for her, last I heard, she tried to apologize. She sent me this long paragraph saying she was sorry and she missed me. I read it and then I
Deleted it.
because some things you just don't come back from. If you're going through something like this right now, just know you're not alone. Some people are meant to stay in your life forever, and some people are just lessons. Mia was a lesson, and I'm never making that mistake again.